Hello everyone, I hope you're having a wonderful day today. I thought I would go over some of my water culture levels with you today. And I'm going to start with my dendrobiums because I've had a request. How much water do I use with my water culture dens? Now these are den phals. These are dendrobium, the phalenopsis type. So I just wanted you to see I've got about 50 milliliters or about a quarter of a cup in this container. With this one, you can see really well too about how much I have. I don't let the base of the plant touch the water. So these had a dry day yesterday, and I'm refilling these containers back today. So I thought I would show you. This is about how much I fill them back with. And these smaller ones that are in the smaller containers, I might top them up midweek. About 3 or 4 days after I water them, but normally this is about how much stays in the container. You can see really well in this one too. See, I just don't let the base of that plant touch the water. And they've done really well, and I haven't had any canes to rot, so that is wonderful. And the root growth and the canes are growing very, very well. So that's how much water I use with my dendrobiums. So I thought I would go over how I care for them specifically. On Saturdays, I drain the water, and on Sunday, I refill the water level. I let them set in the water all week long. I don't really fill it up very much. I let the dendrobiums have that much water all week. And then on Saturday, what I'll do is I'll water the entire root system, and I'll spray them with fertilizer. Right now, the ones that are growing get about 1/4 of a teaspoon of 20-14-13 fertilizer in 6.0 pH water. And then they set out dry for about a day or a day and a half. And then I refill the water level. Now for the water culture level on my phals, it's a little bit trickier. Each one of them, it seems to me like, lights a different level. So what I do is I try to put about 1/3 of the roots down in the water, but that's a very general guideline. These two I've probably worked with the most, because 6 months ago I had a lot of roots really high up in the container. I had to have containers that were this big because the leaves were so huge. So, you have to hydrate your phalenopsis, of course, but you also have to choose a vase that supports them well so they don't keep toppling over. So with this one, the roots were high up in the vase, so I had to raise the water level. As a matter of fact, my water level used to be up to right here. I can see it. These two little dots is where this water level used to be. With phal legato, same thing. The roots were all really high up in the vase, and then they finally grew down into the water. But the water level used to be right here, and the stem used to just touch the water. The way that I learned that was this leaf right here started puckering. You can see some ridges in it, just some little ones now, but those used to be deeper furrows. And so that means that your plant isn't getting enough water. So I just kept raising the water level on it until it finally acclimated and that leaf started firming up again. And here is my beautiful golden number 5 phal, and this one has just grown in water culture beautifully. It's had the very same water culture level. I know because I mark all of these with a felt tip pen so that it's just really easy for me to keep the levels correct on these. So you can have them that you choose the level, the plant is just happy. But what you need to really watch for is the lower leaves. If the lower leaves stay firm on your water culture orchids, then that's pretty much the level that you want right there. So watch the lower leaves. That's going to help you a whole lot. Now today is the day that I'm soaking my vandas, so I thought I would just show you how I do that. Very simple. One day every week, actually every 5 to 7 days, depending on how hot the weather has been. I give them a 24-hour soak. And what I do is I just fill up this glass vase to the bottom of the black basket. It's kind of at an angle right now, but you can see about how much of the roots are in there, in the water. Here, you can see the basket's tipped over a little bit, but most of these roots are down in the water. I just don't want the stem down in the water. And I'll drain these tomorrow, and I will spray them down with fertilizer. I'm up to about a teaspoon of 2014-13 in a 6.0 pH gallon of water. They need more fertilizer than the others do. And I wanted to give you updates on some root growth. Here's my little star. You can see this leaf is just growing. Here's this root. And look at the roots that have grown. That is excellent root growth. And I told you yesterday that these roots had grown. You can see it better today. Do you see how that root there is crossing over and it's right? There's the tip. So that is amazing. Wanted to give you just an update on that as well. And honorable mention today goes to this dendrobium. I have been using just a little bit more fertilizer on this one because it had some nitrogen issues. It really was depleted of nitrogen when I bought it. So I've been using the 1 teaspoon of 2014-13 per 6.0 gallon of water on this one as well, about once a week. And it has really grown, and it's green now. Might have just a few little yellow patches on it, but this is a lot healthier than it was even this time last month. So I'm really, really happy with this. Also wanted to share these beautiful blooms with you in the sunshine. Wow, this stops me in my tracks every time I see it. And I wanted to show you something else too. I get a lot of questions. I have this ugly yellow leaf at the very base of my phalenopsis. What do I do with it? You just leave it there until it falls off by itself. I've left this one here just to show you. See, it's about to come off, but not yet. So I just let those fall off naturally because the nutrients from that leaf go back into the plant. Oh, this is a happy sunny day. And I also wanted to share with you my birthday phal that my husband got me. He does a really good job picking out orchids for me. And this one has a double spike. This is a Baldwin's kaleidoscope. She is beautiful. Look at the foliage. Look at this. This is just such a healthy plant. The root system looks really, really good. And it looks like she is in bark, but we're going to see. When I repot her, I'm going to see what she is planted in. And I'm going to go and buy some more bark today at my garden center while they have it, so that I will have it for repotting her. So she'll have a fresh new home. I'm back to this phal again because, she is spiking. Wanted to give you an update on that, how that spike is coming along. This was my birthday phal from last year. And, it's just a good idea to take videos, make pictures of your orchids from year to year, see how they grow, see how they have just, thrived under your care Look at all the roots that she has grown in a year. So I am really, really happy about this. So you all have a highly favored, deeply loved, and greatly blessed day. And we'll talk to you all next time.